It's like a new setting.
Yeah, I think it's dated because I'm not sure. All right. Well, hey guys, welcome to Team Sweat Your Heart Out's team call. I'm super excited to have everyone here. We have a special guest tonight too, which I'm really excited for her to share all about goal setting and how to crush your goals this year. But before I pass it over to Ashley, I wanted to do some recognition. So, because that is important. So let me share my screen so you can see it. Do you see it? Are we good? All right. So I did this a bit different this week, and I wanted to recognize a couple different things. Instead of just recognizing Success Club and the people who are in Success Club, I wanted to recognize just our new coaches, our top recruiters, and our life changers. I changed the name of that. So we have 3 top life changers of the week: Miss Chelsea, Emmy, and Alex. All 3 of you have helped 4 people this month so far, and I'm sure that you have helped more since I've done this. But this was just when the report was ran. So I know there's always a few that are a little off, but congratulations to you guys for being the top coaches of the week. And I also wanted to point out our other life changers. So we have myself with Success Club 31, Emmy, Alex, and Chelsea with 8, Amanda Bogiano with 6, Christy Caco with 5, Amber Salmon, Christina Bacombo, Lauren Avon, Nicole Rodriguez with 4, Olivia Flores with 3, Christina Martin with 3, Cody Clark, Lindsay Nias, Rose Des Dunes, Erin Shaw, Carolyn Raffitano, Tara Reuter, all with 3, Jordash Kingston with 2, Caleb Pekarsky with 2, Erin Jenkins, and Myra Alicia with 1. Our top recruiters, we have Emmy with 3 coaches, Alexandria Russell with 2 coaches, Christina Bacombo with 2 coaches, and Christina Martin, Cody Clark, Araya Billings, James Frankowski, Jordash Kingston, Christy Caco, Lauren Avon, and Nicole Rodriguez, all with 1 new coach. And I wanted to welcome our new friends to the team. So we have Robin Corrigan, Courtney Marrow, Tiffany Pfizer, Christy Rumshadow, Lauren Chenard, Tara Reuter, Cassie Krieger, Abigail Griffin, Mary Ann Riggins, Jacqueline Fereni, Theo Bacombo, Nolene, oh my goodness, I'm totally going to butcher this, Rajar Ratnam, sorry, Michael Campbell, Catherine N.G., Shelley Roy, Cody Clark, Angela Fisher, Emma Taylor, Danielle Koenig, Courtney Sachs, Jessica Vitalo, and Courtney Parent. So welcome, all of you guys, all of you new coaches, new friends. We're so grateful to have you here with us. And if you're on this call, that just goes to show how awesome you are already. You're already doing awesome things. Before we get started too, I did want to mention this. If you haven't seen this yet, it's on our team banner. This will be the team banner from now until the end of the year. And I wanted to point out that this is what we're going to be doing to reward you for hitting Success Club. Whether you hit Success Club or whether you hit Success Club 4 and you're technically not in Success Club, you're still helping people. So we wanted to reward you for doing that. So basically, all the rules are in the banner, but every Success Club point you earn this year is going to equal $1. And once you earn a certain number of dollars, you're able to trade that in for prizes depending on how many dollars that you have. In the team page, if you go to the banner, there's all the rules for you to read because there are a few rules. And then there's a link for you to click and add your name to the sheet that you're going to be putting your points in every month so that you get credit for them. So please don't forget to go there and check that out and add your name. I saw a bunch of you have done that already, but I did want to point that out because we have so many new people on this call that I didn't want you guys to miss out on this really awesome thing that we're just giving a try to see how it goes. But that is all for recognition. So now I wanted to turn it over to our guest here. But before I do that, I wanted to introduce her. So this is Ashley Odenweller, and we met on the cruise in person. I think that was the first time we actually met in person. But I've heard her name on the National Wake Up Call millions of times before that. So this girl is definitely doing amazing things with her business. She's a combined 8-star diamond. She has 5 business centers, guys, like 5, which is amazing, which means that she has hit 2-star 4 times so that she has 5 business centers. She's a Success Club 5 legend. That means she has hit Success Club at 36 months, like plus, so at least 36 months in a row, she has hit Success Club and has never missed a month of helping people. She's a full-time coach now, and she is also a team leader on the leadership ladder, and she will be chatting with you today about setting goals and achieving them. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to you, and if there's anything that I missed that you would like to add to that, feel free.
Holy intro. It's always so weird when people are like, can I have your credentials? I'm like, I feel weird, but sure, here it is, because I feel like it's so much, but it's exciting to hear it. So thank you. You did a great job. I do have one favor. If you guys aren't muted, will you? I am like squirrel and I will lose all train of thought if I like hear a noise. It's really bad. Try doing live videos with me. So I am excited to talk to you guys tonight. Goal setting, making goals, like vision boards, that, oh, it's my jam. Like I could do it every single day. But before I dive into the call and the topic, I thought I would introduce myself because it's easy to hear the credentials and hear the rank and be like, oh my goodness, like what? Wow. But I feel like you should know a little bit about me, because what I hear from most people and sometimes coaches like, well, you must be successful because you had a successful upbringing, or you were successful before Beachbody. And I was far from it. I'm not going to go into my whole story, but it's not pretty. My parents divorced when I was 1. Our electricity, our water was off at least once a month because my mom could never pay the bills on time. We never had a home cooked meal. I should have failed high school, but a teacher took pity on me and graduated me. I dropped out of college 3 times. I didn't get my degree until I was 25 years old and racked up 65 grand in debt. And all I have to prove for it is a little pretty picture up there that I've never used once. And I tell people those certain things because I am far from the successful looking person. But anybody can have success. Absolutely anybody. And that's what I decided to go after. I actually started with Beachbody before I even became a coach. I didn't know what the coaching opportunity was really about. I was overweight. I was miserable. I hated my life. I suffer from severe depression. I was clinically diagnosed. I think that's the word. I should know it. This is my background. When I was in the 6th grade. And I dealt with it all the way up in college. I attempted suicide twice. I was an avid cutter for 6+ years. I hated life. I hated myself. And that just kind of kept going on, and to the point where I was now overweight. I was miserable. I hated myself. And I met my boyfriend and now husband. And it feels weird saying that word boyfriend now after all these years of being married. And like any relationship, you get comfortable. And before I knew it, I was probably over 200 pounds, but I refused to weigh myself because it's a scary thing when you hit that weight that you've never seen before. And he saw his cousin post about TurboFire, and he's like, I'll buy it for you on one condition. If you finish it, good. If you don't, you have to pay me back for it. Perks of living together and splitting bills. I was like, deal, I'll do this. That thing sat on my shelf collecting dust for a year. I never paid him back. Nope. Didn't do it, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to make that commitment. And I remember getting on the scale. It was New Year's Eve of going into 2012. His friends were doing a bet to who could lose the most weight, and I should have joined because I would have crushed all of them. And I stepped on the scale and it said 196. And I was like, nope, I am done. January 4th, I started TurboFire. I gave up soda. I gave up fried food. And when you work at Applebee's, that is really hard to do. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, you're like, ooh, French fry, ooh, chicken wing, ooh, mozzarella stick. Let me have a little bit of Mountain Dew. Like, that's what I did daily. But I decided enough was enough. And I did TurboFire for 90 days. I lost 40 pounds and I felt amazing. I went from a size 18 to a size 10. And I felt good. And I kind of started to learn about the coaching opportunity. I had actually reached out to another coach to see if they would help me. And they said, I'm sorry, but unless you buy from me, I can't help you. And I was like, well, I'm not ready to do that. So, okay. And eventually my coach asked me 5 times, maybe it was 4, I don't know. I finally said yes. And it was only because she said, I'll pay your $40 fee. So I signed up. She got no Success Club points for me. The horror. We're like, oh, like, how could you do that to her? But I just didn't know what I was doing. So she paid my $40 sign-up fee. I bought TurboFire off Amazon. I ordered Shakeology for the first 4 months of being a coach off eBay. So it just goes to show you, like, I was the worst coach and the worst customer. Like, I didn't buy from her. But I finally became a coach after a year. I actually just celebrated my 4-year anniversary on the 18th. And I'm one of those people that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm not just going to dabble. I run all in. And it's probably the worst timing for me to become a coach. I was going to school full time. I was in my final year of getting my bachelor's degree. So I was taking 6 classes, and you guys know how your final semester is. It's thesis papers and it's 30-page research papers because goodness, teachers have nothing better to do to us. I was doing a 20-hour internship. I was working 40 hours a week. I was planning the wedding, and I was commuting 2 hours, 5 days a week. So when I say I did not have time to work the business, I really didn't have time, but I made time. I hit Emerald within my first 3 months. I hit Diamond within my first 8 months. I was hitting Success Club every single month. We were able to buy a brand new car, and then we moved. And my business totally dived. And I tell you guys this point of the story because this kind of leads into how I've been successful with Beachbody and the whole goal planning things and like that. I almost quit. I told my coach, like, I'm out. I don't even have coaches left. I have 2 active coaches. Like, this is a waste of my time. Like, I don't have time. I ended up becoming a retail manager. I spent $65,000 on a college degree in social studies, and I became a retail manager because I couldn't find a job. And if you've ever done retail, it's not fun. It's very busy. It's grueling hours. And I remember going home for Christmas. We drove home Christmas Eve, 8 hours, maybe it was 12. I don't remember. It's been a while. And then we had to turn around Christmas Day and be home so I could be at work the next day. And that just kind of sat with me in a while. So in January of 2014, I said I was quitting. My coach said, no, stick it out. Let's just see how this month goes. I said, fine. I ended January with 1 Success Club point. I ended February with 87 Success Club points, less than 30 days later. And that's because I decided to go all in. I was laid up in bed. I just had surgery for endometriosis. My phone was going off the hook. My boss wanted to know when I was be back in work. My employees were calling me, wondering how to do the mannequins and how to get the sale ready. And I'm like, dude, I had to take an extra week off work because I can't recover because of you. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make Beachbody happen. And I set a goal laying in bed. And I said to my husband, I'm quitting my job by September of 2015. He said, let's do it. And he's like with me. He's like, if I want to go after something, he's right next to me making it happen. Fast forward, I quit my job a year early. I actually quit my job in September of 2014. So I went from almost quitting in January of 2014 to ending as a top 200 2014 premier 2-star coach. So I did. When I say I go all in, I really do go all in. And that's basically where I'm at. Just like Carolyn said, we have 5 CBCs between both my husband and I. My 3rd one goes to Ruby tomorrow, which I'm so ecstatic for because I feel like I've been pushing for this forever. And it's because I went all in and I set goals. So now I want to talk about goals. And I tell you guys that little bit of my story because goal setting is so important. You cannot work this business and not have goals. Because I say that because what are you working towards? Why are you inviting daily? Why are you doing personal development? Why are you being proof of the product? Why are you on this call if you don't have goals? Like, you have to have goals in place because then you're just kind of working towards nothing in a sense. And then I really want you guys to ask yourself, if you don't have goals, what are you doing with your business? And that is exactly what this is. This is a business, and you need to look at it as a business. If you have goals that you've set and you're like, why am I not hitting these? But you're treating this like a hobby, it's because of that. Yeah, we only pay $16 a month, but I don't know about you. If I'm not doing something with my $16 a month, I am canceling it so I can save myself some money. Like, who doesn't like to save money? So first things first is you need to treat this like a business. And you should always be working towards something, whether it's ranking up, whether it's Success Club, whether it's fitness goals, financial goals. Gasp, I just talked about money. I know that's really scary when it comes to Beachbody, but you always need to be working towards something. But you guys can't just set a goal and walk away. How many of us, and I will call random people out that I've never talked to on this call before if people don't participate. My team hates me. No, they don't. They love me. But how many of you guys have set a goal and literally just set a goal and that's it? You didn't make an action plan. You just said, hey, I'm going to be diamond by this date, and that was it. How many of us have done that? I'm pretty sure we've all done that. We all have. And that's what happens is we set these goals, but then we don't make an action plan to set those goals. So for me, I said I was hitting elite last year. I have missed elite 3 years in a row. And at this point, it's not even on my radar anymore because of what we've accomplished in the business and with the many CBCs. But I remember last year I said to my team, I'm like, we're going to be elite. We're going to be a top 100 team. We're going to make it happen. And that was that. We never set an action plan. So no wonder we didn't hit elite, because there was no action plan. So I'm going to give you guys 3 steps on how to properly goal plan. And you're like, really? There's steps on goal planning? Like, I just thought this was like something simple to do. And it is, but I feel like there's a very right way to do it. So the first thing you need to do is you literally grab a piece of paper and you start writing every single goal that comes to mind. So if you happen to follow me by chance, I am a planner nerd. I have 3 planners and I have a goal planner. Like, I love planning. It's a part of who I am. So of course I have a planner just for goals. And that's exactly what I did. And you guys can't see it because it's just so hard to read. I literally wrote out any goal I wanted to accomplish. Quarter 4 certified. Make decisions. I don't do decisions. If you ask me where I want to go for dinner, I will probably starve before a decision is made by myself. I want to run 2,000 miles. I want to be more organized. Remember when I said I like planners? I'm not organized at all. I want to volunteer. I want to learn to forgive, be more positive, increase income, personal development. So those were just some of the things that I said. So you're literally just going to write out all your goals. Beachbody, financial, fitness, personal, for another job, your marriage, whatever it may be, and just start writing. And then once you've gotten all those goals out, this is step 2, you are going to go and start circling or highlighting the ones that mean the most to you, the ones that you really want to accomplish. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because trust me, I believe in dreaming big. You can't go after every single goal that's on that piece of paper, because 1, you're going to get burnt out. And 2, you're going to be like, well, why didn't I hit these goals? Because you probably put 1 too many on there, if we're being completely 100% honest. So you put it on a piece of paper, you've scribbled. If you've like me, you made it all nice and neat and color-coded, because you're the person that retypes up your notes if they're messy. That was me in high school. Now you've circled them. So now what do you need to do? Now you need to break down those goals into long-term, short-term, and push goals. So what do I mean by that? For an example, when I started my weight loss journey, I wanted to lose 50 pounds. How many of us have heard from our challengers, like, I want to lose 50 pounds. They fall off the wagon because they don't lose 50 pounds right away, and they get very discouraged. So I broke down my 50-pound goal into 10-pound increments for every, I think it was 3 months. So I made that long-term goal into short-term goals. And I'm going to give you guys some examples into the next part of breaking them down. And then you also need to set push goals. And a push goal, has anybody read Push by Chalene, has done that book? Follow Chalene. Chalene's my girl. I love her. And she's discussed a push goal is not necessarily your most important goal, but it's the goal that's going to create a ripple effect and allow the other goals to happen. So you have long-term, you have short-term, and you have push goals. And then there has to be dates. If my coach comes to me and says, I want to be Emerald, and I'm like, when's your date? Well, I don't have one. Try again. If my coach comes and he said, I want to be Emerald by December, come again. You can have 2 coaches in 12 months. Anybody can do that. You have to have dates, guys. And the reason I say this is if you don't have a date and you keep saying, I'm going to hit Emerald, I'm going to hit Emerald, and you don't have a date, February goes, you don't hit Emerald. March happens, you don't hit Emerald. April, June, July. And before you know it, you're like, well, I never set a goal, so that's no big deal. No, that is the wrong way of doing it. And I will talk about missing goals. And I will give you guys there's a hair in my face, a real life scenario that involved me crying ugly for 5 hours earlier this month. But you have to set goal dates. So we've made the goals. You've made the long term, you've made the short term, you've made the push goals, and you've set goals, or you've set the dates. So now you have to create an action plan for those goals to happen. And that's how goals happen. That's how things actually come about. And I'm trying to find my example in this book, but it's not working for me. Is you have to set an action plan. So I'm going to give you guys some examples. So for example, say you want to hit diamond, which I think is a great goal. Any coach can accomplish it. But what are the action steps to get there? It's easy to say you're going to hit diamond, but it's a lot harder to actually hit diamond. I've been in this business for 4 years, and I have 10 lifetime diamond coaches in 4 years. And that's because people say they want it, but they don't do the action steps to get there. So these are my example of action steps to get to diamond. 1, add to your network every single day. 2, invite 2 to 3 daily. If you want diamond, and especially if you want diamond by like April, May, inviting one a week, that will not cut it. 1 to 2 daily. Action step number 3, hit Success Club 5 every single month. Action step number 4, run challenge groups. In my opinion, doing those 4 action steps will get you to diamond. But just saying you want to hit diamond and then posting on social media, that's not going to get you to diamond. You have to have the action steps. So whether it's diamond, whether it is star diamond, whether it's increasing your income, whether it's running a successful challenge, whatever goal it may be, you have to set an action plan. So I don't know. I think I failed this month at setting my goals. It's been a weird month. I don't think I have them down in my plan. So for example, this has nothing to do with Beachbody. I'm running my first half marathon this year. So I had to create action plans to complete my first half marathon. Well, 1, I had to get out there and run, even when it's like 20 degrees outside and it's snowing in Ohio. 2, I had to make sure I'm eating healthy and I'm doing my workout programs. I have to register for races and I just have to prep myself. So even if it has nothing to do with Beachbody, there's still an action plan to get there. So now let's talk about the push goals, guys. So I talked about that a little bit. A push goal is that, remember, it's that goal that may not be as important, but it's going to help you reach those other goals. For example, your push goal is to hit Success Club 5 monthly. To me, that's not a goal. It's a non-negotiable, but I'm being very nice and letting you guys say this is a goal. I don't let my coaches tell me their goals to hit Success Club. I'm like, that's a non-negotiable. Nice try, though. Can you tell that my coaches really do love me and I'm a very blunt person? So say your push goal is hit Success Club 5 every month. Well, by hitting Success Club 5 every single month, that's going to help the goal of ranking up happen. That's going to help your goal of increasing your income happen. That's going to help your goal of running successful challenge groups happen. So it's this push goal that starts a ripple effect for all these other goals. Everybody should have at least one push goal. And when you accomplish that push goal, set another one. Now, that's the thing about goals, guys, is once you hit it, you got to set new ones. It's kind of like your why. Once you hit your why, you keep basically resetting it and creating a new why. Okay. And I also need you guys to break down the long-term goals into short-term goals. And I kind of talked about that kind of with the weight loss example. I look at it, this example, and Carolyn might have seen this in the wall. I am not in there, but luckily I have some awesome friends that like to screenshot some stuff to me. And somebody had made this where they wanted to be 5-star by the end of the year. And I'm trying to take a new outlook on coaching and not go for a rank. It's really hard for something that's recognition based. But I was like, how am I going to hit 5-star diamond by the end of the year in my first CBC? And you can't see it behind me, but I created a whiteboard, and every quarter I'm going to re-hit diamond. Because when you say you want to be 5-star, that is scary. Even as a 4-star coach in my first CBC, that is scary. But when I say I want to re-hit diamond every quarter, that's a lot easier. So what do I mean by that? That means every 3 months, I'm going to add 8 coaches, and 2 of them are going to become emerald. I'm a strong recruiter, so I actually said I'm going to add 25 coaches every single quarter because that's spread out between 3 months. I like to aim big. So the same goes if you want to be diamond, you need to hit emerald every single month. And people are like, wait, I have to hit emerald again. I'm like, no. Just think in your mind that you're hitting emerald again. You're adding 2 coaches. And then you're adding 2 more coaches. So you're breaking down that long-term goal into a short-term goal. And that's not as scary. How many of us have hit emerald and like, yeah, I'm going after diamond. And then you look at it, you're like, crap, I need 6 more coaches and 2 of them to hit emerald. And you're like, how am I going to make this happen? Like, this isn't possible. We've all been there. But when you break it down into the emerald over and over and over again, that is a lot less scary. And the reason you also need to break down the long-term goals is we tend to walk away when they seem so far off. And I always use the example of our challengers because how many of our challengers give up because they're not losing their 20 pounds within a month or 2 months, and they just get upset and they're like, I don't understand. It's like, let's break this down. Let's go after 5 pounds. And then when that 5 pounds is off, let's go off another 5. So that's why you got to break them down. So let's talk about missing goals because I am now going to be that gloomy cloud over you. You're going to miss goals. So let me tell you a little story. I thought I had Premier in the bag for the 3rd year in a row. And Premier is one thing, it's one step under elite. And so instead of 5-star, you're 2-star. And because I have so many CBCs, my coaches are spread across the board. But I thought I had Premier in the bag. I even told my corporate person the first week in summer, I'm like, we have Premier, we have the points, I've got the ranked diamonds, I'm 2-star, I held it, we're good. He even thought we were Premier. And on the day that everybody's getting their Premier calls and their elite calls, I see a little Facebook message pop up and they're like, I hate to tell you this, but you actually didn't hit Premier. We missed something. And it was because my 2 diamonds that rank advanced that year actually quit. Talk about devastation. When you've told your team they were a top team for the 3rd year in a row, when your coaches have shouted you out on social media to millions of people, you've told your success partner, like you've been bragging about it, and you're like, that is like a gut wrench. I won't lie. I cried for a solid 3 hours and I was angry. I was livid. I was angry at myself for not realizing what I actually needed to do. I was angry that I didn't hit this goal when in all actuality, I really didn't care about Premier, but I was just mad that I said I hit it and I didn't. And in that moment, I had 2 choices. I could either A, throw myself a big old pity party, which I did allow myself that night to binge eat some ice cream and watch some Chicago Fire, or B, I could pick up the pieces, fill out my BAT, get to what I need to do, and keep on going. And I chose the latter, obviously. And that's what you need to decide. You will hit goals. Guys, I've been in this business for 4 years. I've never hit elite. I've yet to hit 5-star. I've yet to accomplish some of these things that coaches that have been coaches for 2 years have accomplished. I'm like, you've been a coach for 2 years and you're 15-star. Like, what the heck? But you will miss goals. But what you need to decide is, do you want to get back and go after them? And if you decide you do, you need to reevaluate those goals. So for me, we missed elite. And that was all on me. I got too comfortable with my following to not invite anymore. I wasn't giving it 100% all the time. So when you miss a goal, you need to evaluate and ask yourself, am I giving it 100% or am I only giving it 50% or whatever it is? If you're giving it 100% and you miss that goal, be proud because you knew you gave it everything you got and it was out of your control, but now you're going to go back and you're going to start over again. If you only gave yourself 50% towards that goal, really ask yourself, do you want to make this happen? Or are you just saying it because you feel like that's what you need to do? And then reset those goals. Guys, you're going to set goals, dates over and over and over. Do you know how many times I set a 5-star goal date? Way too many times to count. That is not even like a goal of mine anymore. Like if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. But you're going to reset goal dates all the time. I have 2 more things to talk about, and then I will be all done with you guys. So hopefully you guys are getting some good information. And I kind of want to talk about really quick, creating a vision for your business, because visions and goals, they go hand in hand. You have to create a vision for your business. And Bonnie Engel kind of talked about that on this National Wake Up Call this Monday. If you did not listen to it, y'all go listen to it. It's a really good call. But she talked about creating a vision statement, a statement for your team, for yourself, what you want to accomplish. The biggest thing I can say, guys, is make sure the vision is your own. Your vision should not be a vision that your upline is trying to set for you. I'm to blame. I have projected my vision, my goals on my coaches before. Every coach in the network has done it. Don't let them tell you otherwise, because it's really easy to do. But if you don't want to go after rank, then create your vision to go after income, or vice versa, whatever it may be. But create the vision you want for your business and then go after it. You have to just keep creating that vision over and over and over again, because it's like the why and the goals. They're going to happen. You create that vision, but you have to keep your focus on that vision. You have to keep your focus on your goals, and you have to turn your blinders off, which leads me to the last part. These are just like random tidbits. Turn your blinders off. No, on. Turn your blinders on. You're like, Ashley, don't turn them off. Keep them on. It is okay to unfollow other coaches. I do not follow top coaches in this business because to me, I then start to see myself trying to be them, trying to do what they're doing, trying to be a Melanie Mitchell, trying to be a Bonnie Engel. I am not Bonnie Engel and I am not Melanie Mitchell. I'm pretty sure I've never heard Melanie Mitchell curse a day in her life, and I curse daily on my live videos. And as soon as I turned my blinders on and I quit caring what other people thought, I became myself. I became a lot more authentic. And I didn't have to care about other coaches. There was a coach that lived in the same region as me. And I swear to you, every Thursday, she was a new star diamond. I was like, I'm out. Peace. And I unfollowed her because I was getting angry. I was getting angry that I wasn't her. So it's okay to unfollow coaches. It's okay to turn your blinders on and just keep track of your own goals. And then, guys, own your goals. Do not feel guilty for them ever. One of my goals is to make 6 figures this year. And I remember a coach telling me, well, all you care about is the money. This is my livelihood. My husband and I both work from home between this and our other full-time business. Yeah, I care about money. Does that make me not care about people? Absolutely not. So if somebody makes you feel guilty about your goals, ignore them. Walk away. Don't care. Literally, just don't worry about it. Own your goals. They are your goals and you need to own them. Create a vision board. You guys need to create a vision board. I haven't done mine this year. January is like a really busy month for us with our other business, but you have to create a vision board and it needs to be something you see every single day. So last year it was my background on my computer. It was right next to my desk. It was in my planner and it was on my phone. And I looked at that vision board every single day. And I looked at that vision board on January 1st. Out of 7 things on my vision board, I only accomplished 1. And that was to have a stronger marriage. That's probably like the easiest one to accomplish. But I was okay with that because I just create a new one and you move on and you keep on going. Use your BAT every single day, guys. I've been in this business for 4 years. No coach is good enough to not use a BAT. I literally use mine every single day. I keep all of mine so I can go back and figure out what I need to do. Hey, there's that piece of paper I was looking for. Wedged in between the BATs. But every single day I use my BAT. If you want to be successful, if you want to reach your goals, you have to track your business. You cannot not track this business and not be successful. And then lastly, guys, I highly recommend you go through this book. It's a little bit older. I mean, Shalene looks like she was like 30 in this picture. I'm not saying Shalene looks old, but she looks really young in this picture. But it's 30 days of setting push goals and figuring out what those goals are and how to work through those goals. And I don't like writing and things, so there's like no notes in mine. She has an online version, or she used to. I don't think she has it anymore. Pick it up off Amazon. It's a tax write-off and work through this. Even do it with your coaches or maybe your success partner, but do that. And I'm going to leave you guys with this question or this quote, and then if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask or whatever you have planned. Think about this, guys. If your coaches did what you did today, would they be successful? If your coaches did exactly everything you did today, would they be successful in their business? It's gut wrencher, isn't it? You're like, ooh, I don't know about that. So just think about that. Write that down. Look at that daily. One of my coaches posted it last week, and I was like, man, I'm like, that's deep. That's real deep. So that's all I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys got some good content out of that. Carolyn, I don't know if you want to open up for questions or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing like all of your story. I didn't even know your whole story, so that like blew me away knowing all of that. But it's just been really awesome to see how you've come from all that you've been through and didn't use any of it as an excuse, but more as a reason to keep going and keep working hard. So like you literally blow me away every day. You're such a great speaker. You have so much energy too. I'm sure everyone enjoyed that. Nobody was falling asleep on this call, that's for sure. But thank you so much for sharing all of that. I would love to open it up for questions if anyone would like to ask any questions. You can just click unmute or raise your hand and I'll unmute you if you don't know how to do it. Feel free to ask.
My team never asks questions either, so.
They normally do, so.
But my team will message me afterwards and be like, I had a question. I'm like, nice try. Should have done it prior.
Anyone? No? Well, I have a question for you guys. How many of you do have your goals written out already, like before this call? Okay.
I think it's important, especially as we're almost the first month of the year, if you haven't figured them out, really sit down and figure them out. Because like I said, like if you're not working towards something, like what exactly like are you doing? And I think it really helps when you do have a goal because it kind of helps you get up and do those daily activities every single day. Whereas if you don't have a goal, you're like, well, why am I inviting today? Like, why do I need to do this?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So how many of you have a goal to rank advance in this quarter? I'm going to ask some questions. All right, I see a lot of hands. Me too. How many of you are taking action towards that goal every single day, honestly? Every single day. Okay, well, I better see some of you rank advancing then. I know that we've been doing accountability calls too, so I know that you guys are actually doing all of that stuff. I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that everyone is pushing for a goal on this team, and everyone has different goals too, like Ashley said. So definitely don't look at yourself and compare yourself with other coaches who signed up around the same time that you did, or maybe someone who signed up after you and you've been around for a longer time and you're not as far as they are. Don't compare yourself to them, because I'm just speaking from experience. I've been there, and like she said, I've unfollowed people too because I don't need to see their face. And if that's something you have to do, then do it. Like whatever is going to keep you on track with your goals. And anyone who's going to try to derail you, they don't need to be a part of your feed or anything. So you can totally just click the unfollow button and just keep doing yourself. So awesome. Anyone have any questions? No?
Not this time.
Not this time. People usually do. It's okay. All right. Well, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to actually. I do have a question. Your goals. Do you have them written in like a lot of different places? I know you said you have them on your planner. Do you have them like everywhere, kind of, so you see them?
So I have them written in a notebook, and I divide my goals. So, for example, mine was fitness. Beachbody, fitness, personal, and then our other business. So I divided my goals into 4 categories. So mine are written in a notebook, written in a planner. I emailed them to corporate. And that was another note I forgot to say. Y'all share your goals. There is some quote going around that says, set goals, be quiet about them, crush them, and celebrate like quietly. And that annoys the crap out of me. If you are not publicly sharing your goals, whether it's to your upline, your success partner, your coaches, your team, if you don't hit them, who's keeping you accountable? So I ask my team, I ask my challengers every single week for their goals, because if they don't tell me them, no one's keeping them accountable, and they can just be quiet and not make them happen. So publicly share your goals. So I shared mine with my corporate person. He didn't even ask me. I was like, here's my goals for this year. Just need you to see that they're there and that you have them. So they're written in quite a few places. And for me, Fit and Funky, Danielle Natoni, she spoke at our team retreat, and she said something that I really liked, and I need to start doing it. She's a huge notebook person. She does to-do list every single day. Every single day, she wrote down her goal. So when they were going for a 15-star, every single day on her to-do list, she put 15-star and circled it. Even if it was the same list that was the day before, it was 15-star and circled it. That way, every day she had to look at that goal to just remember what she was going after. And I really liked that, because I think it's easy to kind of forget about those goals. But if they're in front of you daily, then it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, I like that idea. Definitely. That's so cool that she spoke at your retreat. What the heck?
I was terrified to ask her. I was like, Sue, we're going to be in the same town as you. Would you like to speak? Like, how much would I have to pay you? And she's like, oh, no, I'll just come and do it for free. Just let me know when you'll be there. I was like, oh, like my girls were so excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, so every time I see her on Snapchat, I'm like, I saw her in person.
That's so cool. All right. Anyone? Does anything come to mind? in that like few minutes. No.
And if you guys think of any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm not one of those coaches that won't answer you. I'm on a million forms of social media. I'm very easy to find. So feel free to reach out to me and ask.
All right. Well, before we go, I'm going to do what we do every call. I'm going to take a screenshot of the screen. So do your signature face, whatever you want to do. I didn't even know I was taking it. Hold on. It's so possessed. All right, we're going to take a picture. I'm going to post this picture in the team page, and I want you to comment below with your quarterly goals. So what are your goals for this quarter? So the quarter ends, I think. I'm not taking the picture yet. You guys don't have to smile.
We're all over here like
the quarter ends March 29th, I believe. So look, a lot of you, we did this call already. We did your 90-day goals, but for those of you who we have not, start thinking about them. And then even the ones that we did, I'd love for you to comment and share them in the team page, because like Ashley said, you really want to share your goals with other people so that we can all hold each other accountable to crushing them. All right? Sound good? All right, you guys can smile now. I'm taking the picture. There we go. It didn't lag this time. Look at that. All right. Well, thank you for being here. It means a lot to have you on this call. Lots and lots of really awesome information and golden nuggets. And I will see you in about an hour for your call. Right? You just got the link.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Bye. Bye. And diamonds, you can stay on, and we will have our diamond call. All right. Let me stop recording. Oh, cool. There's a pause button now. That's neat. How do I stop it, though?